My name's Julian Kwan. I'm the co-founder, CEO of InvestaX. Also another platform called IXSwap. Originally from Australia, I moved to Beijing when I was 21 to study some Chinese, and then
Just for studying?
just for studying.
Wow.
I went back to Australia in a few days. I got bored and went one-way ticket to Shanghai. And then I ended up staying for 13 years and starting an advertising company, the first carbon neutral boutique hotel,
Wow.
some real estate projects.
Wait a minute. Did Julian Khan, co-founder of IXS and InvestaX, just mention carbon neutral hotels? Man, let's play that back one more time just to make sure I'm not tripping.
The first carbon neutral boutique hotel.
Hey, welcome back to the Crypto Crossroads. Today we're going to examine 3 different projects: IXS, HBAR, and Dovu. One thing that these 3 projects have in common is that they have focus on environmental friendly endeavors and protocols. IXS is a project that I have covered in the past. I will continue to do so because it's probably one of the biggest hidden gems in the RWA sector. In fact, it's an OG in the space and is one of the few projects that is actually licensed to issue and to distribute RWA tokens. You could think of IXS as a one-stop shop, meaning that you could crowdfund an RWA asset, issue it, and then crowdsource it through an automated market maker solution protocol. And then you could trade it on a secondary market, making it a one-stop shop. And if you think this is bullish, then you'll be more interested once you find out that IXS allows you to invest with just as little as $1, making it retail friendly, but you'll still be able to buy institutional grade RWA tokens. Now, how does HBAR fit into the picture? Well, the IXS platform has a sister company called InvestaX, which is partnered with HBAR. And the utility token IXS is a utility token that serves both platforms, IXS and InvestaX. Now, let's talk about Dovu, a project that facilitates trading of RWA tokens for carbon credits. And it actually happens to be on the Hedera HashGraph network. Okay, so that's just a brief intro, but now let's talk about their tokenomics. Let's start with HBAR. Its market cap is sitting at a little over $7 billion as of June 6, 2025. Its max supply is 50 billion coins, and its circulating supply is about 42 billion coins. On the other hand, Dovu has a $24 million market cap, a max supply of 10 billion coins, and the circulating supply is almost 10 billion coins. And finally, let's look at the tokenomics for IXS. As of June 6, 2025, the market cap is sitting around $28 million. The max supply and circulating supply are exactly 180 million coins. Okay, so now that we covered the tokenomics, real quick, down in the comments section, let me know which tokenomics you prefer. But remember, these are not competitors to each other. They might actually be compatible in some way. Let's talk about it. A couple days ago, me and my friend Shook Focus, we had a live show on his platform talking about IXS, Lightlink, KlimaDAO, Dovu, and HBAR. And we came across the topic or the possibility that the project IXS might be in a collaboration with Dovu for a couple of reasons. But before we get started, do me a quick favor and go to my homie's page, Shook Focus Digital, and just subscribe, watch his videos, and try to learn as much as you can. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. Julian Khan, the co-founder of IXS and InvestaX, has ventured into many different business sectors. Long before he joined the Web3 back in 2007, he actually founded the first Asian carbon neutral hotel in Shanghai, China. This hotel was called the Irvin Hotel, which was acquired by a different company in October 2013, but is still in operation. Okay, so the question is, how did Julian Khan, the co-founder of InvestaX and IXS, step into the hotel industry? It's kind of funny because Julian didn't have any experience in the hotel industry. He never managed a hotel and he never built one. But he came across an abandoned warehouse in Shanghai, China, and he decided to renovate it into a hotel that included bars, restaurants, and this project was actually government approved. And the funds for this project was raised by Julian Khan and his team. And he actually managed the hotel until it was acquired by a different company. Now, the reason why I bring up this carbon neutral hotel is because Julian Khan has ventured into different sustainable projects such as carbon credits. Let's watch this clip from 2023.
If you talk about interesting, we've tokenized luxury cars. We've tokenized wine and whiskey as an investment. Yeah,
okay.
Like an investment company that buys wine or whiskey as a commodity investment, STO shares, but you're actually accessing this, which is obviously very alternative. Carbon credits and
Okay, so we get it. IXS can tokenize anything, luxury cars, wine, whiskey, but it could also tokenize, and it has tokenized carbon credits. Let's not forget, Dovu also tokenizes carbon credits, and it's sitting on the Hedera HashGraph network. On the other hand, IXS is the utility token for InvestaX and IXS, and HBAR is a partner of InvestaX. So, because of these connections, Shook and I had a conversation where we talked about a potential scenario where all three projects make a perfect partnership. Let's take a look.
One thing that Dovu has, and this recently, the founder literally just talked about this in one of the recent Dovu spaces, was, hey, we have these carbon credits and we have them for sale on our website, really just as sort of one, representation, and two, for the way that our staking rewards are set up so that people can go in and purchase these credits to get their staking bonuses. But he said they are not a marketplace. They're going to leave that to somebody who can do it better so that they're able to account for the different languages. So you got IXS, who is in Singapore, Australia. They know how to talk. They're more than qualified to build a platform that would incorporate the necessary languages, right? They got some AI going that can handle that translation. So like, this is like, I could see IXS as somebody, as a platform who could build one of those APIs that the Dovu founder talked about, could build one of those APIs to plug in to the system. And now there's a marketplace that their tokens are, or that their carbon credits are available on to interact with.
Okay, that was Shook Focus talking about Dovu and IXS. And really, in just 1 minute, you could tell that this guy knows what he's talking about, right? And to summarize his point, he stated that Dovu has access to carbon credits that are ready to be tokenized, but the Dovu team wants to delegate it to an existing marketplace. We know that Dovu and IXS target RWAs in the carbon credit sector, but that doesn't make them competitors. If anything, they are compatible because IXS is fully licensed, allowing any project to integrate on its marketplace and take full advantage of its license. Now, real quick, do me a favor, go down to the comments section and let me know what you think. Is it possible for IXS and Dovu to become partners because of their business interests? Let me know. Okay, let's do more speculating. I'm gonna make a video about it, but essentially, the IXS co-founder has multiple projects, for like clean energy. Clean energy. He's trying to get with the UN. So yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, because that IXS, if I heard him right, he mentioned Australia, right?
He's from there.
And Dovu right now has a giant deal that they have not announced yet that's coming out of Australia. I'm telling y'all, Australia is ahead. If you hear about something popping in Australia, you better perk your ears up. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. And okay, so let me now connecting the other dot. Dovu is from where? Dovu is connected to HBAR, right?
Yep.
IXS and InvestaX is partnered with HBAR.
What?
Yeah. So now I'm thinking, okay, that big partnership that you're speaking of might be the IXS, because I mean IXS. Okay, so Shook just told us that Dovu is tapping into Australia. And we also know that the IXS co-founder and CEO, Julian Khan, is originally from Australia, and he still has connections in that region. Now remember, Shook and I are only speculating. There's no clear evidence that IXS and Dovu are partners, but because of their connections to Australia, HBAR, and the carbon credit RWA sector, we think these projects will make adequate partners. That's it. Alrighty, let's do a recap, but first, do me a quick favor, hit the like and subscribe button, check out my homie Shook's channel and my IXS and Lightning playlist, leave a comment in the comment section, and share this with your friends. Okay, let's get to the recap. We talked about the IXS co-founder and CEO, Julian Khan, who took an abandoned warehouse in Shanghai, China, and turned it into a carbon-neutral hotel. We also covered that IXS, Dovu, and HBAR have a couple things in common, such as environmental-friendly networks, and they also tokenize carbon credits. And finally, we talked about IXS and Dovu being connected not just to HBAR, but also Australia. So with all this said, is it possible for HBAR, Dovu, and IXS to be connected in a partnership in one way or another? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, God is good. Peace.